Hi, I've been using Ginkgo app to plan and write my ePortfolio, and the reason I'm doing video for this is because it's a little crazy looking, but there is a method to my madness, and I just figured video is probably the better way to go, rather than writing it and being really confusing. So, Ginkgo is a word processing application. It's been around probably about a year now, and what it is a bunch of cards, and there's three different columns that I've been using for my ePortfolio planning. The first thing I did was create the first column, and I just typed out all the competencies and the definitions of each one. In the second column, I began typing all the artifacts that I plan to use for each competency. And if there's any type of link that I'm using, like my LibGuide or a Google Doc, I link to that also. That way it's easy for me to get to. And I'm also listing my references in there so that I just have easy access to everything. And then the third column is where I actually do all my writing. So the way this works, let me just click on the first one. I have everything set up in red that I have not finished yet, and once it's done I turn it to black. So that's how I'm keeping track of what I need to finish. And the reason I'm doing this is because the prospect of writing this really insanely long document with all my competencies was really overwhelming, and the thought of scrolling through that long document to get to each section was also just not enticing. And the other option, of course, was just a lot of smaller files, but that also requires a lot of, flipping through things and folders and trying to find what I need. So this lets me get to everything automatically. I just click on a competency and there I am with everything. So kind of just to show you, let's say ethics, I have these things that I want to use, and I just kind of go through it. So anything I haven't read over here is stuff like I need to break that file down before I upload it to my blog. But yeah, everything that's in bold I still need to do. Usually what I'm doing is starting with the evidence first for each section and kind of get that out of the way, and then I go back and start writing the actual my understanding of each competency. So environments is already completed. Usually what I do is start out by looking at the definition and let's see, probably technology is a better example. Identifying, using, and evaluating. So I started out by doing those sections: identifying, using, evaluating, and that's how I'm planning everything out. Let's say research, it asks for these different types of methods. So yeah, I'm just kind of jumping around and doing whatever I feel like doing, pretty much. So I'm a lot further along, more further along than it looks like, but this just lets me go at my own pace, in my own order, without getting really bogged down. Like some of these competencies require a little bit more research, and a little bit more time. So using Ginkgo lets me jump back and forth and just finish things at a different pace. So yeah, sometimes I finish competencies like all at once. Sometimes I'm just like dragging it out and doing a little bit at a time. But this method works for me, and I really like it. It helps me stay organized, and it's not as overwhelming when I can break it down and look at things piece by piece.